Good afternoon, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Welcome in, one and all. How we doing? Good to see you. We got a couple of people in. Happy days. Good start. Good start. Oh, let's turn that down a touch. There we go. Oh, crumbs. Am I lagging out already? That's not what we want to see. Bear with me while I sort this out. That's not what we want to see. I think we're okay. I think we're A-okay. Right, super stuff. Welcome in, everybody. How we doing? What a day of rugby it was yesterday. Rugby was the winner yesterday, wasn't it? Wasn't it just? Oh my good gravy. So Scotland and Ireland this afternoon. Third place playoff, you'd say. In my opinion, anyway. All to play for. All to play for. Nothing to lose for either side. They're not going to win it. It seems it's just me reporting in for today. Good afternoon, to Big. Probably. We're very small, just to start with, but I'm sure this channel's going to grow. I've just realised that I've got some feedback. My apologies. This channel's going to grow. This channel's going places. Anyway, how are you, my friend? What a day of rugby yesterday. I'm trying to be non-biased today about yesterday's games, but I still think that England-France match was probably the best game of the Six Nations so far, in my opinion. And let's be clear, my opinion counts for jack all. But yeah, Wales showed why they're in for a grand slam. Can't get my words out. Grand slam, didn't they? But yeah, Italy looked poor. Italy looked so poor yesterday. And then you're welcome to gloat. It was a good game. It was a good game. I don't want to be that English guy. I don't want to be that English guy. Oh no. What is going on? Oh, don't be like this. We're going to be that guy, aren't we? Crikey. What's happened to the light as well? Crikey O'Reilly. Become the pastiest man in the world. Let's see if we can fix that a bit. White balance. Such a pro, aren't I? Oh god, that's even worse. Oh my days. I'd help if I could see a bit. I don't know why I've gone so pale. Jeez Louise, I look like Casper. Where's me? Well, we're living with it because it's working at the moment. Stuff it. Who cares? Right then. Let's get into some teams. Let's not mess about today. Right. Where are we going? We're going over here, aren't we? Super stuff. Right then. Let's get out of studio mode as well. Right, squads. Scotland, home side today. Looking to put one over on the Irish, and they've probably got the ability to. Jesus, I'm so wrong. How's that? That's a bit better. It's not much better, but it's a bit better. Don't know where all this light's coming from. Okay, so Scotland, as they line up, Sutherland, Turner and Nell make up the front row. Second row, we've got Cummins and Gray. Back row, Ritchie, Watson and Fagerson. A solid set of forwards, to be fair. They could do some damage, you know. But we'll see how they get on. I've got a feeling... we'll come to predictions in a minute. Right, backs for Scotland. Price, Russell. Love Russell. Bit of a too much of a maverick for my liking, but he's a quality bit of gravy. Then on on the blindside wing, we've got Van der Merwe. 12, we've got Johnson. 13, Harris. 14, the other wing, Maitland. And then the legend that is Stuart Hogg at fullback. Onto Ireland. And what are we going to say for Ireland? Sorry. I'll fix up in a second. Oh, shit now. Oh, there we go. On the fly. We're fixing things. We're doing bits. Right, so for Ireland, Healy, Herring, and Furlong, front row. You would think I'd spent hours before this stream setting it up, wouldn't you? In the second row, we've got Henderson and Ryan. And back row, just as Ireland come out onto the pitch, we've got Byrne, Connors, and Stander, CJ Stander. In the backs, we've got who have we got? We've got Andy Farrell's love child, haven't we? We've got Gibson Park is starting at 9. Then skipper at number 10, Johnny Sexbest. On the blindside wing, we've got Lowe. In the centres, we've got Henshaw and Ringrose. On the open side wing, we've got Earls. And at fullback, we've got Keenan. Both teams have gone full noise for this. And you would say... Right, let's go predictions. I'm going Scotland by 4. But massively up at half-time. I think they might just do this, you know. I believe, Scotland, you're well rested. Italy haven't really done anything until they played Italy. And I just wonder, is that enough? Is that enough of a confidence boost that they are going to be able to turn over Scotland, who have not only turned over England, lost by a point to Wales, having been down to 14 men for 20 minutes. I don't know. This is going to be a really good game. Or it's going to be crap. It's going to be one or the other. As all games are. We're on the coffees today because I'm going for a run later. Got to shift some of this lockdown fat. Time for a moment's silence. Bit of sugar on the handle. Racism is not acceptable in rugby, in sport, or the world we live in. Hear, hear. Right, that's that done. And it's good to see it's... No, it's not done. Right, there we go, we're on to the anthems. Oh, you never quite know. You never quite know when they're doing it. It's hard with the sound off. Right, so, shoulder to shoulder after their actual national anthem. Warren Gatland is in the crowd. Who's he going to pick from these? Hogg. Definitely. An unlikely skipper option. What are we saying about that? Hogg for captain. No one was saying that 6 weeks ago, were they? No siree. Nobody was looking at Stuart Hogg for captain, but they are now. Let's fix that bit. Magic. Russell, just for the hell of it. What, as for captain? Oh my days. Could you imagine? That would be controversial. Johnny Sexton, is he going as a farewell? Is it snowing? Did I just see some snow? And I'm not talking about the Everton game the other day. That video that's going around on socials. That's a bit naughty, isn't it? Yeah. Russell, just for the hell of it. I think he's got a shot at going. I just don't see him in the weekend squad. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what you've got to pick, haven't you? You've got to pick a midweek veg and a weekend squad. And I just don't see Russell as the starting 10. I don't think he's got it. Well, I think he's got it, but what he's got... I see raindrops on one of the cameras. Yeah, it looks like it's... well, it looks like it's been carved up. If you look at the pitch under the anthems, under the players' feet during the anthems, it looks like it's been carved up in the warm-up. So... it's probably pretty soggy, and that doesn't spell for a free-flowing game. And nice to see a bit of pre-game blood as well. That's what we love. Yeah, it's raining pretty good. As Flower of Scotland rings out around Murrayfield and finishes. And we will get the kit man into business. So we're with the BBC today. If you do want to watch along, 3 people in. Hello everybody, how are we doing? I'd really appreciate it if you could smash like as well. That would be awesome. So while we wait for kickoff, BBC just showing us the teams. I will fly through them again. So Scotland is Sutherland, Turner, Nell, Cummings, Gray, Ritchie, Watson, Fagerson, Price, Russell, Van der Merwe, Johnson, Harris, Maitland and Stuart Hogg. On the bench, Cherry, Batty, Bergan, Gilchrist, Haining, Steele, Jones and Graham. And for Ireland, we have got Healy, Herring, Furlong, Henderson, Ryan, Byrne, Connors, Stander, Gibson Park, Sexton, Lowe, Henshaw, Ringrose, Earls, Keenan, and on the bench, Keller, Kilcone, Porter, Baird, and Conan, Murray, Burns, and Lamore. In typical fashion, good old ball tracking's way ahead of us. So the game has started, but we haven't seen that yet. We're just waiting for... oh, is that Ramon Poit? Oh, good lord. This could go to anybody. Anybody could win this one. As the camera pans round and we've spotted Warren Gatland having a mid-afternoon snooze before the game. And it is howling down by the looks of it. Yes, the referee is Ramon Poit. And we've got we've pretty much an all French lineup. One of the touch officials is Italian. So, We're off and underway. We are well behind on the ball tracking. We're going to have to see if we can fix that. Right. Okay. What are your thoughts? What are your predictions? What are we saying? We're just having a bit of to and fro in here. Nothing major is going on. So while we're waiting for the game to really kick off, what are we saying? Who's going to win this one? Can there be a penalty advantage? Ooh, something has kicked off. Ireland come forward then. Through low on the wing. Great offload to Sexton, who carries up into the 22. Gibson Park, good clean ball. And the forwards come through midfield. Scotland are in trouble. Let's see if we can't get this a little bit more in time. Right, okay, so Ireland have come back for the penalty. We know that much. There we go, that's a bit better. There we go, we're up to speed. So Sexton's over the ball. Marvellous. And you would say from here, 3 points easily, which it is, as he nudges that straight through the middle. Took his time over that though, didn't he? Right, 3-0. And Scotland charging up to the line. They're not happy. Not happy about conceding early. And don't blame them. As the chasers go up and the ball is expertly placed right on the touchline, forcing Ireland to tip it back in. Messy. And Gibson Park, clattered in the box kick, but he does get it away and collected by Stuart Hogg, who has a little jaunt sideways. As Scotland drive forward and get to ground, no maul called. Was a maul called, sorry. So Ireland will have the put in. Henderson, Byrne, expertly seals off that breakdown. Happy days. Good start for Ireland. Little bit sketchy and tentative for Scotland. They look nervous. And that's fair enough. It's a big game. Sexton with a nosebleed. Because he hasn't had enough head injuries, has he? According to his doctor. Right. So, a couple of tampons up there. And he's pretty much good to go. I'd hate that. I do hate that. When you have to have a load of bumps shoved up your nose to stop you from bleeding. It's almost impossible to breathe. Especially with gum shielding. Ugh. they'd last me about 3 minutes before I'd collapse on the floor. Right, so the pack weights. Ireland significantly outweigh Scotland, 905 to 876. And Ireland come through on the attack again, but Maitland is there to mop up low and shove him out of play. Yo, Jad, how we doing? Welcome in, my friend. Smash that like button. Happy days. Good to see you. How are you? Yeah. James Lowe tries to keep it in play, but ends up throwing it off his hip, and it goes out. So, bit of towel off, and Turner will start us off again. Not a great put-in, though. Ireland read it well. Up first and win the ball. This could be a game changer. This could be a game changer. If Ireland win this, well, advantage for the knock-on coming. So Ireland are going to have a scrum deep in Scottish territory. I'm all good, mate. I'm all good. I'm living the dream. I am living the rugby dream. 2 great games yesterday. Another good game set for today as the Crossfield comes over. Oh, and Earls just can't get there, but in the aftermath, Henshaw does. Oh. Roman Port has gone over to have a chat, and the try's good. But we're going to go upstairs anyway, because we always do. Oh. Oh, it's just been given. It's just been given. Big old crossfield kick. You've got Hogg and Van der Merwe by the looks of it. Ringrose tries to collect it between them. Oh no, it's Harris. Sorry, Earls tries to collect it between them, and it's Ringrose who ends up catching the mess and dotting it down. Oh my good gravy. I wasn't expecting this. (8-0) within 10 minutes. Robbie Henshaw's 8th try in 51 games. I'm sure you are. Scotland are losing. No. I want Scotland to win this. And look at that. Within 30 seconds, those nose plugs are gone. 40 metres on the kick. What we're saying, is he going to nudge this? You'd be pretty happy, wouldn't you? Oh, is it the post? What is it with this weekend and the posts? Oh. Wow. Right. Scotland kick back off. No messing about. And Ireland squeeze outside of their 22. Something really interesting happened during that kick that I haven't seen before, but I really like. Roman Poit stood behind the kicker, so wasn't in a visual line, but was in a visual line for the defenders on the try line. And he held his hand out until... That's not going to work there, buzzing away like that. Until Sexton started to move to signify to the defenders that if they were going to charge, they could charge. I really like that. I've got time for that. That's an excellent piece of refereeing. That's not something we say about Romain Poit all that often. But Scotland on the attack now. As they come through and it spills out the side. And Romain Poit's not happy. Side entry and not rolling away. Everything's gone wrong. Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to ruck. Scotland with the penalty. Finn Russell points at the posts. Oof. Close that deficit. Good shout. It's in a very kickable position as well. 15 metres in from the try line. About 35 metres out. So you'd say about 40 metre kick. Surely you can't hit the post. Let's watch. Finn Russell, he looks the sort, doesn't he? When he was a kid, he had big old Ribena stains up the side of his face, and he was never seen without a tracksuit and a can of Iron Brew. It sails through the middle, so it's 3-8, and applause from the bench. That could be the way Scotland are going to get into this, is through the boot. They might do an England and just get boot happy. Oh, well, that's not gone great. The lift has gone up. He's mishandled it, and it's bounced off Lowe's head, luckily into Scottish hands for Scotland. And they are able to kick clear only as far as halfway, where Keenan collects, and the forwards will take over from here. And advantage coming for Scotland for the knock-on. And they will look to go wide to Russell. Huge pass from Hogg. Oh, knocked on. Knocked on in the tackle by Rutland. Ali Price tries to sneak away with it, but ain't no fooling Romain Poit. Not on this day. Oh, little dummy sails low. Almost turns him inside out, but not quite. Furlong behind Russell is busting a gut to get there, but no joy. So, if you have just joined us, welcome in. Welcome along to Rugby Geeks. Scotland, Ireland, tentative starts. Ireland have been the more creative, let's say that, in the opening exchanges. Scores 3-8. Horrible weather. And the scrum goes down, and we're just going to reset that. He does find his feet again, but referee's already blown up. We will at some point talk about next weekend, Super Saturday, and what the potential outcomes are. So yeah, do stay tuned. Oh, you know what we haven't done? We haven't put our socials out. That's why no one's here. As, again, the scrum goes down, but the ball is available. So we will play on, and messy, but effective from Ireland. So we will take that. As we have another knock-on and another scrum. I think that's going to be the story of the day, looking at the weather conditions. It is grim in Edinburgh. But, yeah. Oh my giddy aunt. "16 minutes. I think this is our 4th scrum, you know. Might be a low scoring fixture as well. I think so. I think so. And interestingly, the scrum does go down again, but Roman Poit does apportion the blame to Scotland, so we'll have an Ireland penalty for collapsing. Yeah, and you can just see that Nell's feet slide from underneath him, and it's no good. The kick to touch, though, is not effective. They haven't found touch, and Scotland through through Hogg, kick away. So nothing gained, nothing lost. We are back to pretty much where we were just before the first scrum, or the first knock-on, sorry, with Ireland back in possession. Crikey. So, welcome in if you're new. I can see the viewership ticking up now. Lovely jubbly. It would be amazing to get to 5 likes. We're on 3. That would be awesome. We are so new. It would be amazing to get there. But Ireland do have a knock-on advantage, which they kick away into space, down into the Scottish corner. Van der Merwe calling backs over, but there's no way that they're going to get anything away quickly, and we will slow the game down for a line out. So, Turner is none from 1. Let's see if you can fix that. No, he can't. He's butchered it. Oh! As Stander gets mullered. And Gibson Park under pressure as well, so he has to just fling it off to the forwards, who will gain a metre or 2 as Henshaw, is that? And more penalty advantage. Oh my god. Van der Merwe looked less than comfortable in the bouncing ball in the dead ball zone. He wasn't quite sure if it was going to go dead or sort of bobble up, or somebody was right on his tail. Not a lot of communication. But we'll come back for the penalty. And Ireland, from a very kickable penalty spot, have gone to the corner. That's intriguing. So, real intent shown here then from Ireland, that they want to pull away from this early doors. They want to get this job done. And they are not going to muck about as they go to the tail. And the maul is set, and it's starting to rock forwards. 4 meters out now. Park. Oh, he has a little snipe. And it's not quite good enough. And Scotland get the penalty. Virtually on their own try line. Holding on. Gibson Park, the little dwarvish Andy Farrell love child, sniped off on his own, and he's had no joy whatsoever. Scotland escape, and that is an escape. Hamish Watson with the jackal there. And when I say they'll escape, they're only going to escape as far as their own 22. And their line-out's not been terrific. So, this will be interesting. So we've got a little bit of time. This feels like a mini comedy of errors so far. It does, doesn't it? I think it's not going to be the game I was hoping for. I was hoping this was going to be a showdown hoedown. But not. As Stuart Hogg is trying to have a little word with Roman Poit. Probably trying to flog him a hair transplant to pay for his own. Anyway, Turner, third time lucky. And Turner's not happy with the gap. Padraig, hello, welcome in. How you doing, buddy? Welcome along. Guess where you're from? Scotland then. They do win a line out. At last. 1 from 3. As they set the caterpillar, and Ali Price is able to clear to James Lowe at halfway. I think I know, but Patrick, who are you backing today? What are you saying? As Ireland smash up. Oof. That's a horrible load. And Sexpest collides with Keenan. And again, those comedy of errors. As Henshaw clears it up. But is turned over. And Scotland finds space downfield. Way downfield. All the way to the Irish 5. Keenan has made it back to clear up. But smashing chase by Scotland. And I'd say that's about a 70-metre net gain. Those are the returns you want on a kick. Sexton trying to lift the ball to Keenan. Gets smashed by Hogg. Who then batters into Keenan. Poor Herring has got the turning circle of the Titanic. Can't deal with it. Then Henshaw has a go. And gets mullered by about 20 Scottish forwards. Comedy of errors. Couldn't have been a better description. As, who's this down? Looks like it might be Richie down. With a shoulder. So we'll see what happens here. While the water boys give the instructions from the sideline. Great little dummy as well to set up the kick. Dropped a shoulder, stepped back inside, created the space, and literally the ball stopped or the ball was collected about 2 metres off the try line. Fantastic work. Warren Gatlin in the stand. He looks like he's going to have a nod off, doesn't he? He looks like he's going, right, I come here for the bingo, and it's not on. I ain't happy. Scotland again lose another line out. What is going on with this Scottish line out? As Ireland put the ball up, and Van der Merwe underneath it, safe pair of hands with 2 Irish men waiting for him to land. Good catch under pressure. Ali Price, he's got nowhere to go. Forwards just standing in his way. What's happened to Scotland? They've had a week off and they've turned to poo. We thought we'd seen an evolution from Scotland, but so far in this game, they've regressed 2 or 3 years. They've been really average. As a great little nudge from Russell to Maitland, he is also well snaffled up though, and just about is able to present that ball back as Scotland roll through probably their longest phase of possession as they breach the 22. And then knock it on. So 8 phases Scotland had before knocking it on in the 22. And oh my day. Furlong, cheeky little steps 2 defenders. Wasn't expecting that. As Ireland kick away, and Hogg will collect and give it to the man mountain of a winger, Van der Merwe. Beautiful Scottish name. It's just a little bit too much indecision. I can't speak today. Oh, but that's not. Oh, that's beautiful. Maitland is eventually dragged into touch. Who was that? Was that Chris Harris with the soft hands? Oh. Finn Russell fires the pass on. Oh, just showing the Furlong replay. Absolutely sold the step. And he sent Turner all over the place. Turner's having a howler. And he does it again and steps Finn Russell. Oh. Right, line out time. And this time, Ireland are turned over in the line out. I'm not sure what we're watching. Are we watching rugby? Oh, question mark about that Henshaw tackle there. Didn't look like there were any arms involved. And again, it's knocked on, but it's charged down. Oh, Hogg chips it twice. Finn Russell. Oh, what a try. What a try. Oh, how do I even start to explain that? I've got a feeling it's going to be no try. But giddy aren't. Oh my goodness. If it is, try of the week. All day. Dupont parry who? Right, so let's bring it back. Hogg charges down the kick. He tries to kick it on, kicks it into his face. He then has another go, kicks it into Finn Russell's path, who also kicks it along the floor. It bounces up to Lowe, who spills it backwards, and then Finn Russell's there to clean up and score it. I don't know what we're checking because I'm not listening. I've got the sound turned off. So it pops out of the ruck. Ringrose tries to kick it. Hogg dinks it off his chin. Then he dinks it past Keenan. Ringrose, blatant foul play, pulling back Hogg. And try awarded. Oh, try the weekend. Oi, oi, Ewan. Yeah, off his face. Happy with that. Wow. Finn Russell's got a little bit to say as well, of course. How are we, Ewan? How you doing? Welcome in. And the kick is good. 10-8 at Murrayfield. 27 minutes in. Oof. We have got a humdinger on. I say 27, it's 28. Oh, it's literally bounced off everybody. You seem happy. Rugby's the winner today, my friend. Rugby's the winner. And it helps that England won yesterday. Right, so kick-off, Caterpillar, Ali Price. Biff it away. There we go. And Ireland will return the favour. And, oh, knock on. And we'll come back for the scrum. Here we go. Scottish scrum? I don't think it is. Went for a wee and all this happened. You've missed it. Oh, the scenes. The absolute scenes. Here it is again. Off Hoggy's chin. Russell boots it through. James Lowe can't take it. And Russell just lifts the parry. And then after he scored it, he has a cheeky little handoff as well. Hello. Didn't see that before. Attacking time in opposition 22. 15 seconds for Scotland. 2 minutes 30 for Ireland. 4% spent in opposition 22 for Scotland. 33% for Ireland. Possession spent in opposition half. 55% versus 39. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Scotland then. They're playing like it's FIFA 21. It's all counter-attack. 10 minutes left of the half. Well, Andy Farrell's got a contract for 4 years, hasn't he? But there are going to be some major question marks at the end of this tournament. They have not looked good. So it is a Scotland scrum. Not sure why. And a Scotland penalty to go with it. Oh, Ali Price looks to go quick. But then changes his mind. Standing up in the scrum. Turner, breathing heavy. He's not had a great start, bless his little heart. Ewan, have you hit that like button? We are 1 away from our half-time goal of 5. It would be amazing if you could go and smash like on your 20,000 alt accounts. Feel some love. Helps it. Just helps the stream get seen. Now Ireland are looking mediocre. They are a bit, aren't they? They just go through like fits and spurts. They have moments of magic and then moments of complete madness. I can't put my finger on it. It's interesting to see their development. As another Scottish line-out goes awry, over the top this time, and Ireland are able just to clean up in the 15-metre channel. Great kick and chase though. Van der Merwe under all sorts of pressure here, and penalty Ireland holding on. Not a lot he could do with it, to be fair. He had no support. Are Ireland going to regret that kick to the corner? Turnovers conceded so far in this game already. 9 for Scotland, 6 for Ireland. That's mental. T is on, so Sexpest will have a little chip at the posts. Earls, amazing tackle. Most unconventional tackle I've ever seen. But burn around the breakdown. Oof. You ain't moving him once he's set. Face down, ass up. That's the way he likes to rock. 87% predicted kick success for this one. So we'd be pretty confident, wouldn't we? Watch him hit the post again now. You know, I've taken his time over these. And it has gone through. Well, hello, Mr. TKHD. How are you, beautiful? Welcome in. You have missed, well, you might be watching it, but there is some peculiars going on in this rugby game. We've had balls bouncing off faces. We've had hookers that can't throw a line out. It's got it all. It's pissing down in Edinburgh. And rugby is the winner. So, Scotland are all off the feet. And Ireland will get another penalty. Oh no, not releasing. So did they win that kickoff? Ooh, crumbs. Anyway, kick downfield to about halfway, and no, not even halfway. Just the 10 metre. No, I haven't been watching it. I've been building Layla's desk. Ooh. Well, it's close. It's close at Murrayfield. 10-11 with 5 minutes left on the half. Layla's desk. That's a 20-minute job, so I reckon that'll take you about 6 hours. As Scotland tried to go blind in a 30-centimetre gap, and unsurprisingly have walked into touch. So Ireland will have to put in at the line out. don't know. Let's ask them, TK. How is everyone in chat? You and Hacking came up with a great idea for a video, a weekly segment the other day, called Dick of the Day. So if you've got a nomination for this week's Dick of the Day, tweet us at Geeks Rugby, and we'll have a look at it. I'll have a look at it because there's no one else but me, and the voices in my head. But we will definitely be looking for some Dick of the Day moments, and I reckon this game's probably going to have 3 or 4. But yeah, solid 2 hours. Yeah, no, it'd be great to do some different things. You nominate Ewan or TSW or whatever alt account he's pretending he is today. Anyway, penalty for Scotland, and it sails way wide as the clock ticks on to 38 minutes. But of course, it's a 22, so Scotland are going to get the ball back. And this is why I'd prefer sometimes to go for 3 points if it's a little bit tricky. But James Lowe is able to parry that back, and Ireland do have a knock-on advantage as they drive on. Oh, James Lowe's hands have not been the one today. He nearly spilt that kick as Finn Russell has a little chip for Van der Merwe. Oh, collides with Earls on the far wing. Oh, it was Harris, sorry. 2 blondies stood next to each other. It's difficult. Yeah, after you left last night, I carried on playing champs, and now I'm 13-2. Wow, let's go, mate. That's awesome. I played some this morning, and I'm now 12 and 11. I'm regretting playing this morning. I've got 8 left. No, I've got 7 left. EA are going to shaft me. Right, so some running repairs for Stander. No, it's not. It's Ryan. And we will be back underway. The clock's back on with an Irish scrum. Copyright free bangers today. I will for a bit. I'll be in Discord for a bit, mate, but I'm not having a late one. I've had two late ones on the bounce, and I need my beauty sleep because I have got a face for radio. Anyway, Ireland away, looking to go wide through Sexton, but Ringrose has different ideas, and Ireland in general just are looking to pick up the pace in these final seconds of the half. And offside advantage coming. And you would feel what happened, whatever's about to happen while the clock's red. Yeah, he's going to go for the posts. Sensible decision. Extend the lead and go in at half time on a positive. Cute play from Gibson Park there. Just dummy lifted the ball and sold it to Ali Price, who's just stepped up in the line a little bit too early. Plenty for Gregor Townsend to think about, though, isn't there? Right, so I reckon we've got about 20 seconds left on the half, and we are one like away from our halftime target. So if you are that one person that hasn't hit that like button yet, you would make my day. If we can tick that on up to 5. Right. Sex Pest, what are you saying? Just outside of the right upright. But I reckon that's about a 42-metre kick. Ball tracking's telling us it's gone through. And it has, you know. Straight down the meat. Oof. Wow. A half of 2 halves. Really? Italy came out... Italy? Ireland came out strong to start with. And set the tempo. Then went to sleep. And Scotland came back at them. And then right at the very end there, Scotland went to sleep. And let Ireland back in. Not a fantastic display of rugby, if I'm being honest. Lots of mistakes. I lost count of penalties. Oh, well, here we go. 70 tackles made by Scotland, 51 by Ireland. 11 turnovers conceded by Scotland, 6 from Ireland. 36 carries for Scotland, 55 for Ireland. 6 penalties for Scotland, 4 for Ireland. 228 metres made for Scotland, and I didn't say it fast enough because the graphic has gone away. But I did get the information I wanted. 6 and 4. Gotta say, this is a bit of a meh game. I know, I had such high hopes for this, but it wasn't to be. It wasn't to be, and that's a dying shame. Right, we're going to take a short break, and while I get a fresh cup of coffee, and we will be right back after these messages from nobody, because we haven't got any sponsors to message from. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'll be right back. trying to talk about that first half. The big, I think you've absolutely nailed it. Just meh. Both teams aren't really doing anything much with their possession. They've obviously looked at conditions and gone, this is a boggy, wet day. Let's keep it tight. And if nothing's on, just kick. Which is fine. Get that. But you've got to be clinical. And I just don't really, other than the one Finn Russell kick that the BBC is showing me now, they haven't really kicked anything decent. Hopefully it picks up in the second half. Damn Skippy. Otherwise this is just going to be a pen fest. It's going to be... This is what it's going to come down to in the second half. Looks like the sun is starting to come out. Scotland need to stop kicking the ball away. And it's going to come down to who can win the most penalties. England-France was great. You are not wrong. You are not wrong. What an absolute game that was. But I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to gloat about it. I'm not going to gloat about it. Yeah. I'm going to have to watch that back again. Because I would like to unpick that a little bit more. But the Scotland line-out. What's going on with the Scottish line-out? They just keep showing us some replays here. And it's just all over the shop. The one time it does go to hands, he's thrown it on the floor. It's unforgivable. Like, you've got to be clinical at your set piece. Love a hot cuppa. Whoa, lovely jubbly. Right, so Martin Johnson, what a legend of the game. I met him once. Tiny ankles. What was your moment of the weekend? Let's do that. Let's do that. Your moment of the weekend. For me, it's got to be that. It's got to be that Scotland try, you know. Off Hoggy's chin, onto Russell, off James Lowe, in, and then a cheeky little handoff at the end after he scored. Lovely jubbly. That's not very fair. They're just showing footage of Tag Furlong trying to chase down Finn Russell and absolutely busting his guts. But he did have an absolute beauty of a step. It sold him twice. About 10 seconds after I'd said he turns like the Titanic. I have to take these headphones off. For me, it has to be completing that wardrobe last night after building it for over 8 hours. Follow the instructions, you fool. Back. Look who is here. Oh! Chad, you're back. I was like, is this how this channel's going to do last? Back. Magic. Right. The problem with this game is there's nothing to talk about. Like, nothing's really happened. And half time feels like such a long time. Look who's here. Jad is back. Back again. Welcome back in, Jad. I appreciate your company. Yeah, instructions are just a loose guide for what to do. Gotta say, TK, much love for supporting Dickie. Meanwhile, you didn't stream on your own channel. Turn that knife. Right, next weekend, we have got all 3 of the fixtures. Let's talk about how this Six Nations can be won. Because there are still, even though France lost yesterday, there are still some options. So, if Wales win against France, it's done and dusted. Grand Slam. And it's over. But what are Wales's options? France's options. So France can still win the Six Nations if they beat Wales by more than a losing bonus point and get a bonus point against Scotland, or get a bonus point against Wales. So that's how France can win. Scotland can win if they get a bonus point in all 3 of their games, and there are no bonus points for France and Wales, I think. So it's still open. France just needs to engineer a plague of sheep and seed it in the fields. Plentifully. Oh. Crikey. I reckon they should sacrifice Sean Edwards. Just stick some cotton wool balls on him and some stockings, and send him out round the stadium. See what happens. See if Dan Bigger loses his mind. Oh wow. We were all thinking it. Okay. Right. Looks like the players are starting to come back out. We've got some of that super hot analysis that I can't hear. But yes, players are returning to the field. So happy days. Skipper Stuart Hogg just giving Turner a little bit of a pep talk on the way out. Just throw it to our guy. And Roman Poit, the only referee in the league, in the system, with a worse hairline than TK's. Yeah, you're getting it here too, mate. Every channel's going to get you. Guess that might be treading on the border of non-political correctness. Who knows today, mate? The big, watch out. Gen Z are coming for you. They're going to cancel you, mate. They've cancelled everybody else. Do you hear they've tried to cancel Eminem? I'm outraged. Right. Anyway, Scotland are kicking this off through Finn Russell. Roman Pot blows his whistle and away it goes, just on the 22, and Henshaw will carry forward. None of us here are PC at all. I'm PC. Wait, what? Yeah, did you not hear about this? Snowflakes are trying to cancel Eminem. It's not the case of happiness for the guy that wrote the manual for TK's closet. TK's been trying to come out the closet for years. Right, Scotland have the ball on halfway. Cheeky little offload from Finn Russell. Man, I'm a Gen Z myself, according to some definitions of Gen Z. Are you really? I'm officially a millennial. Oh, what's happened here? Looks like... Well, that's never through the gate, and Scotland concede another penalty. Wow. You'll be crazy. In at the side, just inside Ireland's half, so they're going to kick for touch. Yeah, I'm officially a millennial. Late 90s babies. Ah, no, you're fine. I thought it was 2001. If you were born after 9/11, then you're allowed to hate the world. More like World War One, Gen. Yeah, I was in the trenches. I ate rats for dinner. You must have had a hard paper on. Do you know what I mean? Down the Gaza Strip. Cheeky fucker. Anyway, what is this music at the minute? Ireland, line out, successful through midfield, up towards the 22. Snaffled up and held up. No more, says the referee, and the ball comes back cleanly. Sexpest out of the back door. And finally, Scotland get their just deserves for excellent jackling from Richie, and are awarded the penalty for holding on. So, as per the norm, we are behind the ball tracker. But the good news is, we're only about 10 seconds behind the ball tracker. So, can Turner turn it around? No is the answer. Jesus wept. I have to say the Scotland's back row is a bit underrated. A bit underrated. They're massively underrated. They've got some quality in their back row, and I would be amazed if one or two don't make the Lions. But Ireland kick away possession, and Van der Merwe with a cheeky little run. I'd expect him to see him in the I'd expect to see him in the Lions squad as well, as Finn Russell dinks one through. Release, cries the referee as tackle is made, and Ireland go back to their forwards charging up. And a caterpillar from Gibson Park. Oh, it goes nowhere. It's got about 5 metres forward, but Ringrose has managed to get hold of it, snaffled and dinks one through, so Turner will carry up. Honestly, mate, I wouldn't put my money on the Lions series happening this year. I think it will, but I think it'll happen. I don't think it'll happen in South Africa. I think it's going to be in the UK, and I think what they're going to do is they're going to select 3 grounds to play from in close proximity. So I reckon we'll have Twickenham, the Stoop, and somewhere else, probably Wembley, something like that. And there'll be no fans, but they'll be able to keep COVID secure in their bubbles. Bye, hairless fraud. Right, Dickie, I have to pop out. We'll chat to you later. Bye. Yes, I saw Josh's message. But thank you ever so much for popping in. I do appreciate it. Bye, hairless fraud. Some of the Boxer already said they don't want to play in the UK, according to some press reports. Well, I suppose that's fair enough. I'll be back in a bit, Dickie. Bye, Jad. Thank you. Thanks for popping in, mate. I do appreciate it. I appreciate the love as Scotland give away a penalty again, and Ireland call for the tee. Oh no, they don't. He's going to the corner. Sorry, he put the ball down. I thought he was calling for the tee, but that is not the decision that's been made, and Ireland will have. What was it for? Holding on again. Wow. Ooh, that's a tricky one. It's close. Anyway, Ireland line out. Oh, very nearly stolen, but the maul is set. And it is collapsed. And the penalty the penalty advantage is awarded. Sexpest can't find a way through. Bounces it off Gibson Park's face, which will do no damage. Because you can't make that thing pretty. And the home nations basically said no to Australia's offer to host that series. Yeah, and I can see why. The problem is, hosting it in Australia, is it means all the games are going to be at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be morning fixtures for both countries. Because South Africa are only two hours ahead of us. So where a 3 o'clock kickoff in South Africa would air at 5 o'clock here. 1 o'clock here. Which is acceptable. But it's not going to do great things for either country in terms of viewing figures. So I can see why they don't want to host it here. In Australia, sorry. But maybe somewhere like Abu Dhabi. Maybe not. That's a stupid idea. Could you imagine trying to play rugby in Abu Dhabi? As Ireland... Ooh! I probably should have been watching a bit better. The try's been scored. Ooh. $10.19. What happened to the ball tracking then? Someone's gone to sleep on the ball tracking. Oh well. For the first time ever, we're ahead of the ball tracker. Yeah, there's no options that really keep everyone happy. Yeah, I know, that's the problem. That's the problem. Anyway, conversion is good. Oh, I didn't see who scored the try. Oh, there we go. Ball tracking. Welcome back. And the conversion's good, so 21-10. Oh, Byrne got it. So 2 tries to 1. Bonus points are available still. We'll see if they come in. Crusaders versus Saris in Jerusalem, maybe. Is that what you've heard? That would be a decent game, you know. Not sure about the location. That sounds a bit sketchy. Not because it's not a good place to go to play a game, but it just sketchy in the sense that it's a very politically charged region. I'd have some concerns about player safety there. As Ireland sort of bundle forwards towards the 10 and box kick away. And now there's a joke. Oh, apologies. I would like to see that game though. Crusaders versus Saris. I tell you what, I really would like to see. While we're on the subject of games we'd like to see, look at Romain Poit getting in there. Romain Poit's just got involved in a breakdown. And another Scottish line out goes awry, and free kick for not straight, and Sexton throws it up about 20 metres. Plenty of snow on it, and Ireland are able to retain. Right. Yeah, no. Games I'd like to see. I'd love to see a Club World Cup. I would maybe want to see Curry Cup winners. Champions Cup. Whatever the other European one is, I can't think of at the moment. But I'd basically like to see cup winners from all the major cups at club level compete to see who is the ultimate team. And just a short pre-season. The Saracens were named after the Muslim warriors that defended Palestine and Israel and went on the European crusade. Well, Jesus Christ, a big. I mean, that joke's gone deep. I'm with you. You are quite right. But good gravy. Good gravy, brother. Another penalty. Ireland are just going to chalk penalties on the board now, aren't they? 40 metres out, straight in front. You would say, go for the posts. As Romain Poit points to the uprights. And what have we got? Wow. It's a little bit harsh. It's, yeah. It is a harsh penalty. There's not an awful lot you can do in terms of getting out of the way. Because the Irish have snaffled him in. But equally, Scottish back row have already started jackling, so fair enough. Reckon it might be over for Scotland. Yeah, I agree. 95% predicted kick success. I'm struggling to get my words out today. 83% historic success. Unless they turn up the heat in the final quarter. They're going to have to really turn up the heat. I think it's time for some changes. And I think Turner's going to have to be the first one. Because that set piece has really let Scotland down. You just can't. If you can't get a line-out throw in, well, you just, I say it's time for some changes, and here come about 5 of them. Wow. Right, let's get the pen out. Who are we changing? Half the squad. As Scotland goes short, and it bounces. No, it's gone out on the full. It's gone out on the full. So we'll come back for the scrum. Error after error after error. Gilchrist on. Harris off. Hugh Jones on. Did it go out on the full? Oh, Furlong's gone off as well, and Porter's on. As Ireland bump it up in midfield. And Gibson Park bounces off one tackle, is just about caught up in the second, and is able... Oh, he's been folded there. That didn't look comfortable. And Scotland get the penalty for holding on. Oh, what do you do here? Not release him. You've got to take the points, haven't you? No. Do or die. They're going to the corner. No pressure, Finn. And he's ballsed it up. Oh. Just make sure. Just make sure. Line it as bad and you kick for touch. Do you know what I mean? It's close. It is close and he knows it. I don't know if... Did Turner go off? I can't remember. Anyway. We've got some running repairs for Connors by the looks of it. Gatlin looks utterly unimpressed. Yeah, this has not been the one for him to come and watch, has it? He's with the Highlanders, isn't he? Or is he with the Crusaders? I can't remember. Whoever he's with, they're not having a good time. I don't think they've won under him, have they? Right. So we're just going to have that scrum reset. What happened in the Brumbury Reds game? I hear that was a bit of a dinger. As Scotland get the free kick, Ali Price taps and... well, Johnson's found all sorts of trouble, but he's managed to burst through it. As... Oh, here we go! Hugh Jones! Hugh Jones! Oh, out of nowhere! British and Irish Lions might just be the English and Welsh Lions at this point. It's not been great, is it? It's not been great. But I think that was his first touch of the game, and Hugh Jones Bish bash bosh. Game on. 60th minute try. And for all the world, it looked... That's a great finish. That is a great finish. So Stuart Hogg is crabbing across, and it looks for all the world he's killed the space. But he gives it to Hugh Jones. James Lowe misses the tackle. So does Gibson Park. And whoever does get him at the end is just too late. Man, I spoke too soon. Indeed. Good old Hugh Jones. Right. We could have a little game on our hands here. Couple penalties, and Scotland could be right back in this. I'll explain if you're fine with spoilers. Yeah, go for it, mate. I don't mind spoilers. I've got this ball tracking. Of course I don't mind spoilers. Anyway, the conversion is good. And 17-24. Oh, this could come down to the wire. Turner is still on the pitch though, so you don't hold any hope for line out. That's a fabulous finish. He's beaten like 4 or 5 defenders there. That's immense. Anyway, Sexpest gets us back underway. And Scotland take the ball just outside of their 22, so their forwards will bump it up before the Caterpillar will get set. And up it goes. Oh, it's bounced off someone's head. And who's that? Henshaw has been able to clean it up in the end. As again, Ireland look to turn the screw and the pressure on that kicking game. Advantage coming for Scotland. Not sure if it's knock-on. It's probably a knock-on. But, oh dear. Van der Merwe, since that England game, he hasn't looked that hot. I'm not going to lie. He looked amazing against England. And he's not really done an awful lot for the rest of the Six Nations. I mean, it's not a great pass, but you go after it one-handed, you're never going to catch it. Handling errors, Scotland 10, Ireland 4. So, it kind of speaks to how poor Ireland are, or have been, that Scotland are still in this, with so many handling errors. Jamie Ritchie is off. Hanning is on. And Finn Russell has come off as well. So time's back on. Reds were down to down 31-16. Got the lead in the last 10 minutes, 40-38. Game, and the Brumbies decided to just play the last minute at 1,000,000 miles an hour instead of setting for the droppy. Oh. So the Reds won it. Oof. Anyway, clearance from Scotland, only as far as the 10, and Keenan will bring it up and give it off to James Lowe before contact. And Ireland make halfway before they kick. And Maitland takes the heat off it all. Too long, not a great kick. Maitland's able to call the mark, and we will reset proceedings. as non-favourites as well. Right, Irish line out. Can somebody get their line out right today? Let's hope so. Herring is off and Kellyher is on. And Tark Byrne is off and Conan is on. And Turner, finally, has come off for Dave Cherry. Turner's probably had a day that he'd rather forget, to be honest. As Ireland go wide. Not a lot of options out there. Scotland definitely got this plan to try and hold the ball up. That's not really working. You feel a draw might be likely. Could you imagine? I mean, I'd fancy it if Finn Russell was still on the pitch. But as he's gone off, I'm not really sure Scotland have the structure in place. But I suppose they've got to have a look. Because when they play the French in a couple of weeks, there's every chance they're not going to have him available. And then who do you pick? As Ireland slowly but surely march up the field. And that's a great line. He hasn't made an awful lot of meters, but it's a great line. 10 phases in before Ireland go wide. And James Lowe passes it to nobody. Front row of the stands. Hello, TSW. How we doing? Welcome in. Welcome in, my friend. Mr. Snappy Snapperson. Forward into touch as well, by the look of it. Another player that's not had an outstanding performance. What are we saying, TSW? Right, we've got to change. What have we got? Oh, we got a dislocation. Lovely. Oh, he's got... Oh, I think it's his wrist. Oh. And then he's been shotted after it. He's still smiling. You're saying Ireland? Oof. I think you're right. So Scott Cummins has come off. And on comes Scott Steele. We've got a scrum, so Ireland will have the put in. I don't know why the ball tracking says line out, because it's quite clearly a... Thank you. "14 minutes left on this bad boy. Judging by the sound that you made, that dislocation isn't good. No dislocations are good. But it wasn't a bad one. Just had a bit of a limp wrist. And here comes Van der Merwe. Throws Earls off. And we got a little bit of handbags as Henshaw sweeps him into touch. But he just picks Earls up one-handed and just chucks him on the floor in front of him. Beautiful scenes. That's the stuff we like to see. And then Henshaw is there to bundle him into touch and have a little bit of a chest-on-chest pushing fight, which is always fun in games. As Ireland do not secure their own line out. It's not straight, so we'll come back and have a Scottish scrum. Which hasn't been the most stable of things throughout this game, but hopefully they can get that sorted for this one. James Lowe's gone off for Ireland. And on comes Lamore. Hang on, they're using steel. I'm not being funny. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't know steel. I don't think he's a back row. I don't think he's a genuine back row replacement. I think they might be using their spare scrum half as a blindside back row. So I'm guessing that's because of the injury. That's a bit odd. So lineouts won today. Scotland have won 1. Ireland have won 9. Yeah, he is. Steals a scrum half. I thought so. As he flies round, penalty advantage coming for Scotland, who are 7 metres out. And the penalty advantage is pretty much under the stick, so you would fancy them to have a crack. Anyway, Scotland, 5 phases, haven't really moved forward anywhere. As Haining, carries up. Ali Price out to Hogg, who dinks one over the top. Ringrose under huge pressure, but Maitland not able to get up, and we will come back for the penalty. Wow. What have we got? We've got man down. Referee's coming over to have a look. Head injury. Calling for a HIA, and that will be the end of Ryan's day. For Ireland, the second rower. So, what's going to happen there then? Because I think Ireland have used up most of their bench as well. I found out overnight UK time that I'm 35% Irish. Are you really? How did you find that out? Did you do like that DNA test? where you also found out like you're 10% Polish, like everybody is. It's really weird. Right, Scotland. No, they've got no choice. Pick and go is coming. 2 meters out. So James Ryan's off for head injury. Ryan Baird is on. And more advantage coming as all of the Irish line were offside and march Scotland back. So a chip from Hogg and Keenan gathers and it'll all come crashing back. Captains are being called over. And I think this is going to be a case of sort your discipline. I did the ancestry thing. Yeah, cool. That's pretty cool. Wow. Romain Poit not happy with Johnny Sexton. Johnny Sexpest, no interest in what Romain Poit is saying. And Scotland also, cheekily, setting up very quickly. Smart move from Johnny Sexton here. Just said to the referee, I think, if I read his lips correctly, because I haven't got the sound on. Can I have a moment to speak with my team? Can you let me when time's back on? Which we all know is the mistake that Farrell made. Not saying that. Anyway, pick and go from 5. And again, 2 meters short. As the Scots roll round the corner once more. Under the posts. Edging towards the line, 1 meter out. The bottom of the posts don't count anymore, but they do act as a terrible blocker for defenders to have to work around. As they continue to go left. Sliding backwards. Oh, he's gone alone. And Scotland just able to sneak it in. As Ali Price goes wide. Hugh Jones. Van der Merwe. Oh, he's just kept it alive. Oh. He looked for all the world. COVID test time. I'll be back. No worries, brother. He looked for all the world that he was going to roll over the top of the defender, but it just didn't happen for him. And he had to offload, and Scotland reset back with the forwards, sucking in those Irish defenders. 1 meter out, slips past a tackle. Oh, it's all gone messy. But the ball is available. Ali Price screaming for the backs to go and get themselves realigned. As the forwards take it up once more. Round they go again. Is he over? He's just short. And still just short. I've got no idea who are making half of these carries. He is over and the ball is down. It's clearly grounded. But is it a try? 14 phases. And we could have the potential equaliser. Romain Poit broke his whistle. So we're going to have a change of that. So I'm not sure if he's given it. The P has gone in his whistle. So he's had to have a replacement brought on. And he's given the try. Oh no. He's going upstairs. Just want to check the ground in. By 7 blue. Soft decision is try. So we need some clear evidence that this is knocked on. Or not grounded. Well, it's down there, isn't it? That's as clear and obvious as you want it. Oh, has he got control of it? Yeah, control, grounding, try. All day long, sausage. That's a try. Oh my haggis. What are we saying? Here we go. Try awarded. 22-24. Oh. Hamish Watson with the try. His 5th from 22 appearances. And Hoggy is queuing this up. We all know he's made a mistake or two in the past. Here it goes. It's good. It's good. Scores are level with 6 minutes on the clock. Scotland have somehow dragged themselves back into this. God knows how. But this game just got a little bit of a spark. How crucial are those 3 points now that Finn didn't kick? As the kick is charged down, but Ali Price gets back and the penalty is given away. Holding on, not a lot he could do about it. But another penalty conceded for holding on. He had no support around him and nothing but Irish defenders. I can't read Andy Farrell's lips in the stand, but I can only imagine he's screaming posts. That's the 11th penalty for Scotland. 9 so far for Ireland. So not a horrific day for discipline. But 11 is more than I'd like if I was coaching a side. I'll let you off with 8. But, yeah. Anyway, it is going to be Sex Pest to settle it. It's a wide one. On the 5 metre line. 22 metres out. I reckon it's about a 35 metre kick. But it's the pressure on it, isn't it? I mean, he's more than capable of this. But let's have a little look and see. He takes his time. 5 from 6, 39 metre kick. Oh, look at that. They haven't put the prediction up. Oh, it's just snuck through the left hand upright. Oh, I thought he'd missed it. And that's his 4th penalty kick goes through with just 4 minutes left on the clock. If Scotland are to scrape anything out of this game now, it's probably going to be a droppy. Anyway, Hoggy lifts it deep into Irish territory, which is probably a mistake. With only 3 minutes left on the board, you would feel that you're asking Irish forwards to run the clock down, but they're not. They're going to kick it back. And Gibson Park goes up, not very far. But, oh, Earls wins it in the air. And now, front foot advantage for Gibson Park to kick again. Maitland's underneath it. Henshaw's on top of him. And the ball is available. Well, Ryan, I'm not sure that's through the gate, mate. But good effort. As the forwards roll round the corner. And they're going to kick again. Ali Price, box away. Keenan takes it cleanly, slotted by Scottish forwards, but we are just looking for a mistake now. That's what's going on here as the box goes up. You would really feel Scotland are in the territory now where they can't They can't kick the ball away again. As Hoggy chips one over, Maitland chases, hunts down Henshaw. 90 seconds left on the clock. As Ireland go to the forwards. Gibson Park looking round for more forwards. Yeah, pick and go. This is it. This game has been lost on a poor kicking decision. I'm saying that. And Gibson Park's just kicked it downfield. With 55 seconds left on the board. And you're kicking away. Oh my Clover. What are you talking about? Scotland go wide then. Back at their own 22. Hugh Jones steps in. Beats one tackle. Sorry, not Hugh Jones. Johnson. Hoggy knows he can't kick it this time. Beats a couple of defenders. And up he goes. Watson bounces off Baird. Hugh Jones. 10 seconds left on the board. Any mistake and it's over. As Scotland inch towards their own 10-metre line. 6 phases. They've got a long way to go. And a lot to do. And they've knocked it on. They've knocked it on. It's over. It's over. Henshaw dinks it out. And Ireland narrowly steal the victory at the death. Oh, dearie, dearie, dearie. That Scotland. Oh. You got to feel for Scotland there, haven't you? I mean, poof. They fought so hard to get back into that. And they were back in the game. But unfortunately, not to be. Ill discipline has been the winner today. Damn, lol. Well, at least we got a little bit of excitement at the end for what has been a pretty poor display of rugby. So at least we got something out of it. But you got to feel for Scotland. They've come so close. Tag Byrne gets the player of the match. Difficult one to choose that one. I would have... I don't know who I'd have picked. So, let's go with Tag Byrne. Farrell. Andy Farrell. The happier of the two coaches, obviously. But, oof. Scotland, man. They're looking good. They're looking on the... like they're on the edge of something. But they're just 1% off. And Ireland just look like they've got a little bit of confidence back with that win over Italy in the last round. But do feel for Scotland. Right. Coming up this week, we have got... so tonight at some point I will draw conclusions on round 4. We'll keep the daily content coming. So we'll have a team of the week. We'll have a Six Nations team of the week this week. Because while we've got the Six Nations, let's use it. We'll also have a Dick of the Day video. What else have we got planned? Something else. Next week, Super Saturday. We are here all day for all 3 games. So do join us then. It's been really nice just sitting and chilling with you, man. Have a great Sunday. It's Mother's Day here, so I'm going to go and show my wife some appreciation and some love. But thank you so much for dropping in, and I will see you next time.